What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Demi Love.
And Mama Lollie.
And this is Everything But the Bullshit.
Yeah, I'm still humble, but my ego getting big. Oh, we got it. Cause at the party, they be asking for a nigga. Oh, yeah, they do. See, I just step up on the stage and I deliver. Oh, I deliver. Yeah, I just step up on the stage and I deliver. Yeah, I deliver. Oh, I deliver. I deliver. I deliver. Yeah. Oh, I deliver. I deliver. I deliver.
What up?
Hey, y'all.
We be back at it again with episode 3. I deliver Shtty Circumstances.
Yes. Oh my God.
Today's episode, we're going to be talking about landlords living at apartment complexes, rent-to-own places, wherever the hell you're living, and your landlord not giving a fuck about what's going on in your apartment, or let alone what's going on around the community. Like, especially with everything that's going on with the pandemic, with people not being able to work, losing jobs, hours being cut. Folks are struggling to pay bills right now, including their rents and their mortgages. Yep. And you're getting a lot of landlords that are essentially pissed because they're not getting money, and therefore they're not caring about their tenants or the apartment complex or the community in itself.
Yeah. Everybody just being shitty.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a shitty situation. It's a messed up situation. And because it's so messed up, everyone decides they're just going to be messed up along with it.
Pretty much.
And that's the problem.
So how do we fix that? What should you do? What should we all do if we find ourselves in that situation? So, Mama Lollie is going to kick us off with this conversation because this past week
I am dealing with said shitty situation.
has been crazy, to say the least. So what the hell been going on, Mama Lollie? Like, tell the people.
Okay.
Tell the people in the EBTBS Lounge.
Like, Monday.
Okay.
It all started Monday.
All started Monday.
This past Monday.
Yes.
No,
Not when y'all. Nope.
not when we record, but this is the past Monday.
Right.
One of my neighbors in my apartment complex happens to get a leak in their apartment. They leave from said apartment for 2 days, 2 whole days, 48 hours. So by Wednesday, the landlord's just finding out that maybe something is going wrong with the plumbing. Now, mind you, another neighbor noticed that there was like some leakage going on in the parking lot area, and since they're super nosy and went and reported the leak to the neighbor, eventually our maintenance staff, or should I say this one drunk guy that happens to work for the apartment complex, they go and turn off the water. So we didn't have any water Monday.
Nope.
Did not have any water Tuesday. Oh, no. Now, mind you, I have to go back because I found out we didn't have any water because my kid just happened to go use the bathroom and she went to go flush.
Exactly.
And she's like, "Ma, why we don't have any water?" And first thing out my head was like, "Shit, did I pay the water?"
Wait a minute.
And I was like, "No, I don't pay water."
Right.
So,
wait a minute. That's not my responsibility.
Water's included in my rent. So,
it's not my responsibility.
So I'm like, well, since I don't pay water, why don't I have any water? Call down to the office. Oh yeah, well we had to shut the water off. We have a problem somewhere in an apartment. We're trying to get it fixed. It'll be on by tomorrow. Should be on by tomorrow.
Cool.
Okay. First mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck didn't anyone call me?
That part.
To let me know that there was gonna be no water?
That part.
All day? Like, mind you, I happened to notice that the water was out. Oh no, I'm sorry, my kid.
Right.
Happened to notice the water was out. Around 1-ish, maybe 1:30 in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
On Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So it should be tomorrow morning, Tuesday.
It should be on.
All right, a little inconvenient. However,
cool.
I have friends that I can go spend the night.
So she's
So
good.
yeah, I have accommodations. Cool. Whatever.
Cool.
Get it fixed.
Get it done.
Tuesday comes and goes. No water.
Again.
No water. No one either, bothered to call or send a text message or a smoke signal. Nothing.
And it's that part. Like, if you won't pay a rent though, You weren't paying rent though.
Oh, let me not pay by the 5th.
Notice be
On
on
the
that
6th?
door. Rap.
9 a.m.
Rap.
There is a notice on the door. So again,
Cool.
And it's not like I don't know my leasing agents. You know, I would call her name out. Starts with a B. But
Goes
you
with
know,
Clyde. That's all I'm saying.
But you know, there's no need. No need. This is a privately owned apartment complex, which boggles my mind because this is like over 75 units maybe.
Yeah, I really believe that it's
like this is a relatively big apartment complex considering that it's privately owned.
Yeah,
and there's only 3 people technically
taking care
that are
of
working
this
there.
whole establishment. But if it is like 75 apartments, I'll give them at least that much. They only really do up to 1 maintenance man and maybe a groundskeeper, depending upon from who. In the standards of property management world, from where I did work, you guys. Yeah, if you guys, it's typically about 50 to 60 units per maintenance person. That's legitimately how they strategize it. So just for everyone's FYI, if you wonder why we ain't got enough maintenance people in our community, it probably has something to do with the number of apartments you have in your community, because you're only allowed a certain number of maintenance people per certain number of apartments.
All that sounds like to me is niggas do not give a shit about the apartments. And what that sounds like to me is, black folks, we need to get our HVAC certifications up.
Listen!
And we need to get our fucking drywall and all this other shit.
Get your real estate license.
Because this makes
your
no
property
sense.
management
This
license.
makes no sense.
So back to her story.
Anyway, so Tuesday comes and goes. I have to stay over at my best friend's house again. Again, no problem. It's always a lovely time when we stay. Whatever. However, Wednesday, it's a whole 3 days. This is the 3rd day of the week.
3rd day.
Wednesday, I happen to call my best friend, my other best friend, who happens to be my downstairs neighbor.
Shout out to Blur the Corn Speech.
Exactly.
Check him out. Check out the YouTube channel.
Unit together, yes.
Check out Anchor.
I'm in the lower apartment. He's in the upper apartment. I mean, well, flip that.
Yeah.
He's in the lower apartment. I'm in a higher apartment. So I call him because, of course, if I have no water, he has no water. If he has water, I have water. So I call him to see if I have water. Not only do we not have water, but we have water all over the carpet. His entire first floor apartment was flooded. All the carpet. His couch, well, not the whole couch, but the chair and the ottoman was messed up, completely soaked.
Bed.
His mattress, completely soaked.
Gone.
So, of course, when we hear this, we rush, zoom over.
We
look at the damage. As soon as I walk in, I smell mildew, and it's like... So then I instantly look up, and I see the water damage on his ceiling. And that's when
that's when she called me.
That's the moment. That's the moment when I said, yeah, this is gonna be
a
long night. This is gonna be a long night.
Like, yeah.
Now, mind you, I took my oldest kid with me, so she had already went upstairs because I was checking on my best friend. And her face when I walked in, and she was just like, Mom.
And I'm on the phone. I get a call from her, and I'm like, "Yo, check. I'm coming. I'm like 20 minutes away. I don't hear nothing. It's silent. I'm like, hello? Like, is the phone not? Hello? And she just simply says, my apartment is flooded. What? What? Like, you ain't even got no water.
The water
How was it flooded?
How? Wednesday, we did happen to talk to Montel. He said that he left his house around 1:30.
Yep. To get ready for work, and everything was good. There were no problems, no issues,
no nothing.
Nothing.
8 o'clock he gets off. He gets there because we called him around like 8:30.
Yeah, it was like 8:30, 8:45.
Just getting in the door.
Yep, just got in.
So yeah, between 1:30 and 8, this happened. So of course it's after hours.
Yep.
We call our rental office. No answer. There is no after hours or emergency number. There's no 24-hour maintenance number. No.
Right.
My next door neighbor happens to have dated the maintenance guy, the guy that happens to do maintenance.
Right, the drunk guy.
The drunk guy.
That work in apartments.
That
from
just
time
happens to work in the apartments here.
From time to time.
She used to date him. So, of course, being the person I am, I go knock on her door because if my apartment's flooded, she has to have something
got to be going on with you.
Something has to be going on. Of course, she doesn't answer the door because whatever reason.
Right.
I'll leave it up to y'all to figure out why she didn't answer.
Y'all figure it out.
Because I'm a nice neighbor and she knows me. She speaks to me every goddamn day. I talk to her dog. Like her grandkid knows me. So it's not like she don't know me.
Right.
But
she didn't answer.
She didn't answer the door. So, of course, kept calling. At this point, I don't know who else to call.
So then I get there.
She gets there. Of course, she knows, my next door neighbor as well because my next door neighbor was living there when she was living there.
Right.
That shows you how long these people have been in this community.
Been long because she was literally my neighbor before she was her neighbor.
And this is not really the apartment complex that you would want to
come back to or
spend decades in. Like
negative.
This is one of those apartments where I love it. Your home is where you make it.
Right. True. True.
But this is not the place that I intended on staying for a long period of time anyway.
Negative.
This was just another place for me and search for my ultimate dream home, which I don't, at this point, I still don't know what the hell it is, but whatever. This happens to be a nice house.
Right.
So,
Cool.
Yeah, but I can't live here now because it's turned into a swamp house. And my landlord does not seem to give a shit.
Yep.
And it's mind-boggling to me how people are just willing to be that petty, it seems like, because you really don't give a shit about anything else that's going on with anything else other than what's in front of you right at that moment. And that people has got to fucking stop because it's a domino effect.
It is.
It is going to eventually affect us all.
Yes.
And how would you want someone to deal with you in that situation?
And it's that part. A lot of us don't think about that. We always hear the expression of, walk a mile in my shoes, but no one is even willing to put on somebody else's shoes.
Right.
Like you look at a situation as, oh, that's you going through it, so I don't care. But just like that, it could be you. Oddly enough, the exact same apartment she lived in, I lived in, and then the exact same issue she had, I had. And it happened to Montel. So this is his second time because he lived there the whole time. This is nothing new.
Exactly. And he's going through this
again. And the first time that it happened, it took them years to even do what they were supposed to do because he had damage in his ceiling.
I still don't think that they even fixed it from when you had the issue.
They painted over it.
This is how that it's gotten this bad.
And it's that part. Like, no one seems to care if it's not them in it until they're in it. And then they want someone to care about them.
And go above and beyond.
Right. But you didn't do that. Landlords, people, listen, they cannot do this shit. The only way that they can do this shit is when the tenants don't say nothing. When the tenants don't make enough noise. Like, I hate to say it that way, but it really is true.
Or when people are simply behind on rent.
Right. If you're behind on rent, if you're not paying them what you owe them. Or like she said, if they just petty, they just don't care. There could be 1,001 reasons, but like we talked about the last episode, where are you gonna draw the last line? The line. You have to draw a line for what you're willing to accept and what you're not willing to accept in every part of your life, including where you live. Like, home is where the heart is, regardless of where you live. It don't matter if you live in Section 8 project housing, if you live in an apartment complex that's run down old, if it's luxury apartments, it don't matter. Like, wherever you live, that is your home. It's supposed to be yours. And as much as the landlords want the tenants to take care of said home,
they gotta take care of
they
it too.
have to take care of it too. And you have to make sure that they're doing that. And if they don't, you gotta make them answer for it.
Right. In
some shape, way, or form.
Now, how they handled the whole situation was completely...
It was bullshit.
First of all, the guy that happens to do maintenance there,
right?
He's a stone cold drunk. He came to my apartment drunk.
Yep.
Let's start there.
Clearly,
you can smell the Canadian mist
off him,
coming off of him. Like I know what brand it was.
Right. That part. That part.
And he literally just, assessed the situation with his little flashlight. Like he won't.
Same shit he did in my house.
Like he won't go through the water pooling.
As he walked through the carpet, which is still wet, like he don't hear the water. The crazy shit is, for me to be standing here, watching him do this shit, and I'm like, yo, this is deja vu, because you did the exact same shit. And this happened in 2011, cuz, like, what? You're still doing the same thing? I had water poured all the way up to my front door. It was still coming out.
Listen, I still don't know where it came from.
They say it came from underneath the sink.
Where? Gushed out underneath the sink?
No,
just
from
the
cutoff valve. The cutoff valve. Because that's where the water came from when it leaked from in my apartment. So and we won't even touching that shit. He was dealing with the goddamn tub.
Right.
And they had went underneath the sink and turned the water down in the tub. And that's why I feel like it's their plumbing. Because soon as the water in the tub went down, we left out. We thought shit was cool. Come back 5 minutes later, there's water in the living room.
Yep.
Wait a minute. It was like the water transferred from the goddamn tub from underneath the sink and just came out.
And mind you, my bathroom, the downstairs bathroom, is in the middle of the apartment. So literally the entire first floor got flooded.
Done.
And what did they do? They send out on Thursday, because I had to call off work, they send out the carpet cleaner guy. And he steam cleans while he sucks up the rest of the water, my carpet. Do they assess the damage to the baseboard and the drywall?
Nope.
No. Do they call like a Servpro or any other, professional cleaner? Not that, the guy that showed up wasn't a professional cleaner. However, he is simply the person that you call to say do a turn on an apartment and you just want to make sure their carpets are clean, and he comes and he just steams and deodorizes and just makes sure everything's cool. For that type of situation, that's fine. He can come do that. For this particular situation, no. You need to call Servpro.
Yes.
You need to call someone that is, certified in getting these types of situations handled.
That part.
I.e., down in the baseboards, down in the walls, down in the base of the carpet.
Yes.
My apartment, it's been what? A week now?
Yep.
No, I'm sorry. It's been 4 or 5 days.
Oh, since the flood and
since the flood.
Okay.
It's been 5 days.
Yes, since the flood.
My apartment smells like mildew. I hate to say it because I don't want people to think I live in a mildewy.
It ain't got shit to do with you.
But I mean, whatever. But
it ain't shit to do with you. It's because of the landlord not taking care of their tenant.
And my baseboard and my drywall is just completely shot.
Mold is going to develop at some point.
There's mold growing all around the apartment.
Which means you can't be in the apartment because now it's a health hazard.
Yep. So we're currently trying to find somewhere to live. And I cannot tell you, this time has been the worst time to look for an apartment.
Yes.
It has been the worst time. COVID has done a number on us
everybody.
Because
on everybody, man.
The property managers, not to say anything bad about, the people I've seen today, if they haven't seen my face, whatever. Y'all have been nice. However, some of the other people that I've called,
Not so much.
Not so much. And it's been more calls like that because you know, once they see my face, we like to think that there's no discrimination, but there's discrimination.
They discriminate like a motherfucker.
So,
let's keep it on.
You know, they hear my voice and it's all cool.
Right.
But then when I get there, it's
like,
oh, well, you know, someone just rented that apartment, but let me show you this one. It's all the way in the back and it's 2 bedrooms, nothing to ask for.
No.
But whatever.
No.
So, it's very hard to A, find a decent apartment, B, find a decent apartment that is affordable,
True.
and C, find a decent landlord that is willing to take care of the property that you're paying so much money for. Why? Like, not that the apartment that I have now is, you know, uber expensive. That's kind of the reason why I moved there.
Right.
It's, you know, it's economical.
Right.
However, I'm still paying y'all money.
Right.
And I'm paying y'all a decent penny to stay here. The least you could do is make sure that I don't die in your apartment from the mold.
That part. The least you can do is make sure I'm comfortable where I'm living, where my children are living, where I'm paying rent, where I'm spending majority of my paychecks.
And don't come out your mouth to me and say, oh, well, that's what renter's insurance is for.
Yo.
Because first of all, I have renter's insurance. I have very good renter's insurance. However, they're not going to take care of structural damage.
No.
They only cover my shit.
Yes.
That is damaged.
Yes.
I, fortunately, did not have too much stuff that was damaged.
Right.
And what was damaged is really not worth reporting. I'm not that type of bitch. I'm not going to report on some petty shit just to get a fucking check.
Right. It's
We're going to use it for the big stuff.
Right. The big shit.
If a hurricane happens to come through or, you know, a whole, you know, whatever, then I'm claiming it all. But
all that shit. Right.
No, because this is mainly a apartment issue.
Yes.
Y'all need to fix your plumbing.
Yes.
Y'all need to come clean this carpet.
Yes.
Y'all need to fix these walls.
Yes. That part.
My renter's insurance does nothing for that.
Your renter's insurance
and the
will
fact
never
that they
do
keep
shit for
coming
that.
and saying that to me proves that A, they feel like I should be paying for this because they feel like it's B, my fault.
Right.
Somehow.
Some way, somehow.
You weren't there.
Even though
it initially started in someone else's whole other apartment, somehow you still feel this is my fault. So that's why you keep coming at me with the renter's insurance. That's why you're taking your precious fucking time. And that's why you don't care that it smells like mold, because either way, y'all know I still owe y'all because it's January and
why? But
I
why
need rent. We need rent. So
what?
I'm just, yeah.
What do you do? What do you do in that situation? In her,
you're literally caught between a rock and a hard place.
True.
Because where am I gonna go? I have, you know, I've paid my rent for the month already because you know it's past. This literally happened like the day after rent was due.
Yep.
So
yep.
I'm basically good for the month, but next month I don't want to stay there because the house is gonna smell.
Yep.
My kids and I are gonna be sick, and I do not want to be sick.
Yep. And you shouldn't have to even compromise that. Like, do I want to be sick or do I want to live somewhere with my children? No, you shouldn't have to pick between the two. You should be able to live somewhere and be safe.
Or be like, oh, well, let me just clean the baseboards once a week to keep the mold down, and it should be fine. I'm not doing that.
That's not your responsibility.
If you just cut the walls out and replace what's been wet, then I wouldn't even have to worry about wiping them down because they would be dry.
Because that's what you're supposed to do.
That's how you fix the problem. But again, it is very hard. My personal advice that I have to take now is to assess the damage. You know, go through, figure out what's good, what's bad. I have to throw some stuff out. I wasn't very happy about having to throw it out, but it was ultimately for the better because A, I was either planning to get rid of those things anyway, like that fucking rug.
Fuck that rug.
I mean, whatever. It's an old rug. I just put it down there just so I wouldn't mess up the carpet. That was already halfway fucked up anyway.
Right.
So, whatever. And
She was very concerned.
a couple of stuff from the kids, because I keep telling the kids clean up the room, and they leave
And of course they leave shit on the floor,
so
and that was
you're
fine.
just fucked up. So that sucks. Sorry.
Gotta take that L, please.
I'm not calling insurance for that. But yeah, other than that, everything was still pretty much good.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't lose too much. Just a whole bunch of extra, early spring cleaning that I had to do.
True.
So whatever. I do still plan on moving. So leave in the comments if you have a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, available.
Right. Coming up very, very soon.
Yeah, it does now with everything being online.
Yeah.
And with COVID, no one wants to show apartments.
Yes.
So there's a lot of virtual tours.
Yes.
That is kind of cool. I do like the fact that I can see the apartment without having to leave the house.
Yeah.
All the extra driving and such.
Yeah.
However, you can't get the dimensions that you need.
Yeah.
My kids have queen beds, and I saw this really cute 2-bedroom apartment, and I wanted to take measurements, but they wouldn't let me in the house. The virtual tour, you can't really get a good glimpse of how
everything
big
is actually
everything is. So yeah, that you do have to take the measurements that they give you for face value, and that can
Play
be a
it by
little
ear. Yeah.
cumbersome. But overall, I do think this does give me a little leverage for them to not see my face first.
Yeah, true.
On face,
True.
paper value, you get to, assess everything and figure out whether or not this is the right, spot for you. And
Right.
of course, I do recommend driving around the neighborhoods,
Yes.
especially at night, especially on the
Yes.
weekends.
Yes. When the office is closed.
Yeah, because
When
that's
it's
when you
open,
really see
you want to
how
see
things
both.
are.
You want to see both.
Yeah.
You have to really, when you're picking where you're living, and I know a lot of us, especially depending on your circumstances and what's going on, we don't take a lot of the time to research where we're going to be staying. A lot of times we're just thinking about what we want. I want a 2-bedroom, I want a 3-bedroom, or I want to make sure I have a backyard, or it needs to have washer and dryer. But we're not really thinking about the neighborhood, the community. How are the people in the office? How are the maintenance people? How are your neighbors? Yes.
Yeah, because for a couple of them, they do actually give you the apartment number. So
Okay.
I'll go up, knock on the next door. Hey, I'm so and so. Don't give them real name.
Right.
It would be kind of awkward if you do get the apartment and be like,
when you
by
move
the
in, be like, just FYI, that one, my brother. Girl, I didn't know if I was gonna move here or not, so I didn't know if you was crazy.
I didn't get recall.
Right. But for real, my name is. You can do that. It's all right. If they don't understand, fuck. Who the fuck are you? You're a neighbor. Like, I'm just trying to figure out how the neighborhood is. Can you tell me that?
I mean, but I do that. I will go drive around the neighborhood. If they happen to give me the apartment number, I'll go knock on a few doors, be like, hey, what's up? How's the,
what's it like out here? How do you
what's
feel
it
about
like? And, just get the overall feel for the people that you're going to be living around.
Yeah.
How they, operate during, certain times. If you're a morning person and, you want to, talk to some people, there might be a lot of people that work. Get up early, so you want to be mindful of those things.
Truth. And please understand too, be careful doing this, because no property will tell you to do this, because it still could be considered as soliciting.
Yeah.
So be mindful of that. I feel like we're all adults. People should be.
But what are you for real soliciting?
I mean, you're knocking on their door and they don't know you, and you're knocking on various doors. You could be doing whatever. A resident could call in line and say that, hey, it's a stranger knocking on doors and we don't know why. People do that. I'm just saying, y'all know from experience, people do that.
Well.
But still, you need to check your surroundings, and it's better for you to find that out. It's better for you to find that shit out before you move in. If your neighbors do that shit, then these fuck ass people.
I don't
want to live next to them. I'm just trying to ask y'all the fucking question. Y'all to call the police, the office, the maintenance person, the nigga across the street. You ain't got to do all that. I just want to know how the apartment is. How is the neighborhood? Okay, that's all I want to know. Can my kids play outside, or should we be in by 6? I don't know. Tell me some shit. That's all I want to know.
Yeah.
But investigate. People investigate. It's shitty circumstances that we've all been through, or some of us are even going through right now, especially with COVID, with the world being down the way that it is, even though we're open, there are a lot of people that are still down. Folks still trying to recover from not having jobs, from losing wages, trying to catch up on bills, including their rent, car notes. It's a lot going on, and it makes it even harder when you're put in a shitty ass living situation. Don't accept shit. You don't have to. It's everything but the bullshit. You don't have to accept bullshit. Not from your landlord, not from your neighbor, not from your mama, daddy, sister, brother, auntie, cousin, husband, wife. Don't matter. You don't have to accept bullshit, but you have to be the person to draw the line. And that's all we want everybody to understand. You have to draw those lines.
And I've drawn the fucking line. I'm drawing all these people. I can't stay there anymore. And I'm always a stickler for, doing things the right way and never, burning a bridge. But fuck this bridge.
Right.
I don't ever
set that on fire.
Want to move back to this apartment complex. I mean, quite frankly,
I'm sorry.
If there was a way for me to buy this fucking apartment complex.
Oh, girl.
Listen. First of all, I knew it would be a pretty penny to fix because I know all the apartments are just shitty. I already knew that.
Hey, 6 other black people.
Listen.
That are interested in trying to buy a property. Comment in the comments. Let's talk. Let's chat. Let's put some shit together so we can buy this. It is so sad because they could really be making money off this shit.
So
they're in a prime location.
These apartments are so
they just need TLC. Adorable. And they just need actual owners who give a fuck.
And they don't.
They
really don't.
And it's for both sides. You know what I'm saying? You get tenants that don't give a fuck. You get landlords that don't give a fuck.
Because for real, my neighbor, you didn't say nothing to nobody.
That part.
And you just up and
that
left.
part.
So your whole apartment was low-key flooding for 2 days. And you didn't think to say nothing.
Nope.
To nobody.
Don't be that fucking neighbor. Hey, don't be that fucking neighbor. When you have problems in your house, it is your responsibility as a tenant to report said issues in your home.
Please.
Okay? Maintenance don't know shit unless you call them. The office don't know shit unless you call them.
And if you call and they still won't come out and fix it, call the city. Because the city will get on them to fix it.
And keep receipts. I don't give a damn if you get a journal that you specifically use for your apartment complex. Name that shit, whatever your apartment complex is. And every time you make a call, you put in a ticket, whatever. You write that date, time down, what the hell. Notate that shit in a book and you keep it. Keep your receipts. Keep your correspondence. Because they're going to do the exact same shit to you.
So every time you're a little late on your rent, and they decide they want to put that notice a little early on your door, and they don't want to give you no leeway, or they don't want to give you no extension for your extenuating circumstances. When you do go to court, you have that big ass file of all the times you didn't call and what they did and how they handled it. And I guarantee you,
soon gonna change.
There might be a couple things that they should not have done, or they could have done a little faster on that list.
Come on, man.
So.
Come on, man.
No, because I swear to God, if I take my apartment complex to court.
You need to. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say about it. That's all. I feel like the whole goddamn, especially your building, your whole actual.
Listen.
The whole 31 building, all y'all motherfuckers need to get together.
All 8 of us.
And put a first class.
First class.
Yes, that shit. First class.
A first class
action. Lawsuit on these motherfuckers.
What are you gonna do?
Okay.
You gonna send it to the mail?
Yeah.
You gotta sign for it?
Yeah. She got signed for that shit. We sending agents to her fucking house, all that shit. It's gonna be real first class. We gonna send that bitch some peanuts so she know it's the real. The fuck. Right. Nah, ain't nobody playing that game. But for real, research where you want to live, where you want to move to, the apartment or complex. Keep your receipts. Keep correspondence. Keep emails. Write things down. Create a log so that you have it. Don't deal with shitty. Excuse me.
Sure.
I can't talk tonight, y'all. I don't know what's going on. Don't deal with shitty circumstances, for any reason, it don't matter what it is, where you live at and where you pay rent at is your home, and it should be kept a certain type of way. Now, understand that you are responsible for the cleanliness of your home, but if anything such as a pipe breaks and your carpets are completely soaked, your walls are fucked up, they're damaged, your baseboards are fucked up and damaged, there's something wrong with the appliances that came in the house, you got leaks, any shit like that, that is them. Yeah, air filters, that is them. You know, now not all the light bulbs. I will tell y'all that, just FYI, to just throw that little tidbit in for y'all. The specialty light bulbs is what they typically take care of. If it's a regular fucking 60-watt light bulb, please don't
like
call.
On the little dining room light thing.
Yeah.
I fucking hate them lights anyway.
If it's a little 60-watt shit, you provide that. If it's a special bulb, call them so they can do that shit. But take care of your shit so that you can stay on top of them to take care of their shit.
Yep.
You gotta understand it's gotta go both ways. You gotta take care of your part and they gotta take care of their part.
Yep.
One could give leverage to the other. If they not taking care of their shit, how can they say some shit to you? But the same stands true for you. If you ain't taking care of your shit, how can you say something to them?
Now, they know. They've been in my house. I take care of my shit.
We ain't even talking about you, bitch. We know you take care of that shit.
But I know.
Well, so
I'm
y'all
just
know.
letting everybody else know.
She take care of
I
her
take care
shit.
of my shit. I don't play that shit.
Don't do it.
I keep a nice house.
Yes.
I keep a clean house.
All day. Every day.
No.
By herself.
I'm a Cancer and I'm OCD and I don't like bugs.
Okay, motherfucker.
So
right.
fuck that
And
shit.
I'm the same way. Like, nah.
So that apartment's
Like, nah.
probably the best that it's ever been since that bitch been in here.
Right. Ever. Like, come on now. Come on now, because motherfuckers are after me and during that whole, it's a whole nother thing. But let's not get comfortable in shitty situations. Don't get comfortable. Don't stay in it. Do something. Make a change. If you're having any problems with where you're living, report it. Report it to your corporate office if you know that they have a corporate office. Report it to the Better Business Bureau.
Yes.
If it's a private owner, report it to them. If the private owner ain't doing what they're supposed to do, take that shit to court. Sometimes we don't want to go through those channels, but you really got to sit down and think about it. Are you really just going to deal with this shit and say, nah, it ain't, I don't feel like taking the time out to make a situation right?
But not doing that gets us into a situation where we're paying $1,200 for a 2-bedroom and this shit is shitty as fuck.
Bomb.
The carpet ain't been changed in years. All the fixtures are old. All the light, everything is dated. They're looking at you like, well, it's $1,200 and, you know, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
Are you fucking serious? There's not even central air in here. How dare you?
Fuck?
Like, what?
They shouldn't even have apartments no more that don't have central heating and cooling.
I'm saying.
At this point, I feel
we're
like it should
in
be
Virginia
mandatory.
where it is humid
As a motherfucker.
as fuck.
Fuck.
Right by the beach. And you mean to tell me this little 1-bedroom, 500-something square feet apartment ain't got central air?
Nope.
How?
Nope. Put an AC in the window. But you paying $1,200. Got me fucked up.
But that's how they do. And if you don't speak up, if you don't make it known that these things need to be changed and that we're not going to live like this, then they're not going to change. These people are beyond reproach. I can't even talk to my leasing agent anymore because if I see it, it's a misunderstanding. Like I swear to God. And she going through her little, you know, and I was so nice and gracious to even give her a little $10 gift card to Starbucks to say Merry Christmas and thank you for all her, you know, just help because there were a couple months, you know, I did. So I said, you know, just be nice. And now this bitch want to turn around and she don't even. She sent me the voicemail, didn't return my call.
And you gave that bitch a Starbucks card.
And I gave that bitch a whole Starbucks card.
A whole
How
Starbucks.
Fucking dare she?
That's disrespectful to the motherfucker.
I could have kept my little $15.
You could have. I'm just saying, people, don't stay in sticky situations, okay? Correct that shit however you need to fucking correct it.
Yes.
But on that note, make sure y'all are following the social media. Please and thank you. Facebook at everything but the BS, on Instagram and Twitter at EBTBS_. _. Make sure you click the subscribe button. Make sure you click that bell right next to it so y'all know when we drop all these episodes and shit. Y'all know what's going on. Y'all can stay up on the knowing. Y'all can hit us up. You know, on the knowing up.
Okay.
Shout out to Bright Creations 757, our #1 and our only official EBTBS distributor. We have the website on the way. It's going to be so dope. If you guys have any ideas, anything that you want done, doesn't matter if it's shirts, doesn't matter if it's blankets, don't matter if it's a cup, whatever your ideas are, hit up anything. Hit up Bright Creations 757 and she will take care of you and make your dreams come to life, you guys.
Yeah.
But as always, thank y'all for coming into the EBTBS Lounge and chilling with me, your girl Demi Love.
And Mama Lollie.
We out.
Bye.
Bye.